Hi there, welcome back to Dear Sybersue. Today's topic is, we'll get married when... You know what I'm talking about here. You're in a relationship with somebody, but there's all these things that have to happen before you walk down the aisle. You've discussed it in detail, actually, about, wanting to get married and have a future together, but there always seems to be a little bit of a problem with it actually transpiring. And what's happening here is either one or both of you could have a fear of actually going through with it. One or more of you could also be sitting there saying, oh, I don't know if I really want to do this. Let's just sort of talk about it and keep it, keep it out there. But let's take our time actually going through with the whole marriage situation. So if you're constantly finding yourself in a situation with your partner and you've talked about it and they say, well, maybe we should wait a little bit longer, or I need to get this happening in my career, we need to buy a house, we're not old enough yet, we got to think about all these things. If they're making excuses after the discussion has been out there a few times, then you know that there's a little bit of cold feet happening and it actually may never, ever happen. So you really need to nip this in the bud, because otherwise you could be spending, another 3-4 years with this if we're going to get married. Maybe we're going to get married. And you don't want that. You want to know that your partner and you are on the same page here. So if you're finding that each time the discussion comes up, that it's getting further and further away from actually happening, then you've really got to sit down and think about your future. When somebody is truly invested in you, there's not a lot of talk. There's action. So think about that when you are making a plan to be with somebody. If it's just a lot of, babble on and on about, oh, when this is going to happen, oh, we'll have to wait for this, and oh, I need another couple of years in my career to get going. A relationship is working together. You don't have to have all your ducks in a complete row before you can have that commitment with each other. Relationships are working together. That's why it's called a partnership. So if there's a lot of excuses happening, really listen to it, because those are red flags. So anyway, I wanted to put that one out there because I've actually had quite a few people ask me about this lately. Because there's a question, how long should I wait? What should I do? Well, you know in your heart if they're there or not, and really pay attention to that. Don't just hear what they have to say as gospel, because that's not always the way it is. It could just be, lighthearted conversation to keep you there. They may not have any intention of being in a long-term commitment down the road. So don't be afraid to ask the question and really draw attention to where you want to be in this sort of partnership. Anyway, thanks so much for subscribing to Dear Sybersue. Please do so after you watch this video and leave your comments. I love hearing from all of you. I'd like to interact with you. So thanks again, everyone. Have a great day.